I'm talking to Carolyn Odgers, who is Director of Strategy at Dublin-based advertising agency Chemistry. And believe it or not, we're sitting in a Delorean. Carolyn, what do you think of the Delorean?
I think that when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, there's going to be some serious bleep.
So Carolyn, you're here for this week's My Media slot.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about just your media habits and what you like in the media. So your career spans, is it over 25 years in advertising and communications?
Yes, yeah. I'll admit to that anyway.
So I'm particularly interested in what you have to say about advertising in Ireland. So what ads at the minute impress you or make an impact on you?
Well, obviously all of Chemistry's ads, but in particular the recent Tropra ad, which is called Tea Party, which is a seriously, it's an ad that seriously brings me out in goosebumps, and I think it's amazing. I also like the Guinness Area 22 ad, which is a very different animal from the Tropra ad. Probably my other favourite ad at the moment actually isn't one from Ireland, but it's one everyone should look at from the Sussex County Council about road safety and wearing seatbelts. It's a pretty emotive ad, and I think it's made on a shoestring, and I think it shows what you can do when you have a great idea for an ad.
Okay. And what would you say are the essential ingredients of a great ad?
A good idea, but a single-minded idea as well. I think above everything else, it should only really be trying to communicate one message. And then I think a bit of charm and humour, and something that's actually going to resonate with consumers.
And there's a trend now to create viral movies to promote what you're doing. Have you seen any good virals lately?
Yeah, we've made several ourselves. We did one for a company called Fonda, who were coming in as a rival to myhome.ie, but with the way the market went, they pulled out. But which was about building out in Dublin Bay. And it was a complete spoof, and it got a lot of airtime, including 2 minutes on RT 9 o'clock news. So that was pretty good.
And where can you check that out? YouTube, is it?
Yeah, it's absolutely on YouTube. Yeah. There's also access to all that through Chemistry website. There's a lot of good virals around actually, and we would quite often recommend them as a pretty quick and cheap way of getting your message out to consumers, particularly if you've got young consumers. So we did one for Cause Light in the summer, which is up for an award at the Digital Awards this Thursday. We've also done viral letters. They were the Sarkozy letters. It was about a diplomatic incident. We've had feedback from all around the world on those, and they cost nothing.
Yeah. And just to talk quickly about the internet and particularly social media. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, and although I don't tweet, I do follow other people.
But you're
I'm
on
too
Twitter,
worried I'll say something on Twitter that will upset everyone. So. I steer clear of that, but I'm absolutely on all the other social media.
And what values do you think there are in using, for example, Facebook or Twitter for both personal and professional purposes?
I think, well, personally, I think it's a way of keeping in touch, although, by the way, I think there may be a backlash that people may suddenly want more privacy. Everything is so public now. But in terms of professionally, I think as individuals, it's a good way of finding out what's going on, and it's immediate, so you've got your finger on the pulse the whole time. But my concern would be that for brands going on those things, I think it's very difficult for them to do it successfully and safely.
And just to stay online then, do you read news online?
I do read news on the line, yeah. I would read the Irish Times online, but I still prefer to read it in its paper form.
Do you still buy the newspapers?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm not often. I don't buy them every day, but I would buy the Sunday Times, and I would buy the Irish Times during the week. Yeah.
What's your favourite part of the newspaper? What do you kind of read first? Or
I quite often go to the business section first, actually. Whether that's because of the times we're living in, I think it's more for a work thing, but I just find that quite interesting. And then the sort of social commentary pages and things like that.
Do you have any favourite columnists?
Yeah, Kathy Sheridan in the Times I follow pretty religiously. So.
Okay, and finally, Carolyn, you're speaking at our conference Media 2020 in April, so just give us a quick little flavour of what you'll be talking about.
I'm going to be talking about kind of consumer trends at the moment, where I think they're likely to go in the future. We do a piece of research every month called Zeitgeist, which is aimed at understanding the mood of the nation, and it's actually sort of trying to say to people, this is what people are feeling, this is what we should do with it.
Okay, and I certainly look forward to hearing more of that. Thanks very much, Carolyn.
Thank you.